straight to the point today. Let me ask this fan base a question. How many times are we going to run people out of town? Ask yourself that. You follow what the media says. The media only stirs the pot. The media stirs the pot. They want to cause trouble. It's what they do. It's what draws people. It's how they get their ratings. And you fucking idiots fall for it. You want to boo a guy? Boo a guy. You want to boo the team? Because it's the team that's losing. It's not Evan Neal. It's a team. He's only a small piece of the team. So you're losing. So don't go to the game if you want to send a message to the owner. But stop your hate and your bullshit, your anger, taking it out on one player. Did you not see the football game? Did we not lose Bellinger and Schmitz on the same play on the end of the first drive on that stupid pushy shove? That stupid tushy shove. You lost two key blockers to an already decimated O-line. And you want Evan Neal to be Superman all by himself. Yes, he struggled. He's just a kid. Evan Neal's a kid. He's never lost in his life. He played for a big-time college, Alabama, and he was a beast in doing so. He's never experienced losing, and he's never been to the big city. And you all damn well know that what he said yesterday was out of frustration. The media, once again, manipulates you fans into causing problems. They shoved the fucking mic in his face when he was at his angriest. He's frustrated with himself and the way the team is playing. He's losing for the first time in his life, and he can't do anything to change it. He's not used to that because he was a monster piece at Alabama and at his high school. Why can't you guys understand that? I know the older generation understands that. Yo, get this in your brain. We need Evan Neal here for his career. He's going to be a big-time offensive lineman. Patience and time. Process. Development. Get those words in your heads. Shit does not happen in 1 year like all you little stupid young uneducated kids think it is. That's not how it goes. That's not how I saw championships. It takes 3, 4, 5 years to develop players. Is he supposed to be a beast tackle out of college off the bat? Yes. Well, guess what? Sorry, it didn't work out that way. So you got to stick with it and you got to develop. You got to stick with these kids and you got to develop. We're not winning the Super Bowl this year. You're not winning the Super Bowl next year. But we're developing so that we can form a good team for a long-term run. 6, 7, 8 years, not 1 or 2. But you guys want to run this man out of town because he talked about a hot dog and a burger. Who gives a shit? He's angry at himself. They stuck the mic in his face at the right moment. And him not being from a big city doesn't understand how to respond to that. Now he does. He went back and apologized and he spoke the right words. He just needs to be sat down and coached. And in coaching, it's not just the position. It's how to handle the big city and how to handle frustration of losing. Remember, this man has never lost in his life. This is new to him. You are booing a guy and you're trying to run another man out of town. You ran fucking Ingram out of town. How's that looking now? He's a beast, right? Yeah, he wasn't had the right coaching here. The fans wanted to run him out of this city. And I remember telling you people you would regret that. You ran Will Hernandez out of town. It was early and he wasn't playing well. The other 4 guys on the line sucked nuts also. You got to have 5 links to put together a chain. If you're missing 1 or 2 of them, the chain is broken. And that's the Giants' O-line right now. You ran Will Hernandez out of town. How's he played for Arizona? Pretty damn well, eh? Keep doing this shit. Keep running good players out of town early before they've developed into solid-ass damn good players. and let other teams reap the benefits of our draft picks. You morons. Stop listening to the media. Have some patience. Sit back. It may be a bad year, but we're still building the road to the future. And I told everybody in August we weren't going to be that good this year. Now, I didn't think we'd be this bad, and I still think as the year goes on, the Giants will come out of this. But no, we weren't going to the NFC Championship. No, we're not the 49ers, Eagles, and the Cowboys. No, we're not. And Seattle's better than us. We're not the worst team in the conference. Right now, we got broken pieces, and because we don't have an O-line, because you don't got Barkley, we can't run the plays that we are good at running. Until this O-line gets healthy. Or Puke is coming in. Maybe go look into that kid Collins who's out there now and the doctors cleared him from Cincinnati. Try to fix this O-line until we get pieces back. We need Bellinger there because he's a blocking tight end. You need the center there. We got to get Andrew Thomas. And yes, the offense needs Barkley. This offense cannot be ran by Barkley. When there's a Barkley, you have a good Daniel Jones. It is what it is. I told you last year, they're an item. They're one piece together. You can't have one without the other. You may say, oh, Barkley will do good with other quarterbacks. Yeah, but right now on this team, the Giants need a healthy Barkley. Daniel Jones needs it. And Daniel Jones needs an O-line. He can't be hit 30 times and sacked 11 times in a football game. That's not human. I don't give a shit how much you want to hate on him. You have to acknowledge the beating he's taking. Yo, Evan Neal's going to be a player. Let the man develop. Dabo's the right coach. They're going to develop him. And if the season goes down ugly and these guys want to go get their quarterback in next year's draft, well, it's a quarterback draft, big time. So you need to go out and get one. And you can have him sit for a year behind Daniel Jones. But let me tell you, if the season gets ugly and keeps going down this road, you could say goodbye to Barkley. He's going to get traded. You could say goodbye to Adoree. The Buffalo Bills are hungry for him. They just lost White. And I'll take all the picks these teams want to give us. And I would shop Leo because he's not coming back next year. And if you can't, well, he walks at the end of the year and you probably get a third-round comp pick. So we're going to stack up some picks. We are still a draft or two away and have a lot of money next year. But we are right now only in week 5. And yeah, we're going to be up against a monster this coming week. And if we can't get the O-line back together, I don't see how it's going to get better. We are not going to play real football until we have an entire O-line. And Evan Neal is not the reason that the Giants are 1-3 and been blown out of 2 games at home, okay? So stop it. Stop running your players out of town without giving them some years to develop. This is a young rebuilding process. This regime's only in its 2nd year, and a lot of people were fooled because we won a wild card game last year. That had no bearing on the team was not that talented, and we are only in the beginning stages of drafting and building. These are the right guys, Shane and Dabo. And Evan Neal is still going to be one hell of an offensive lineman. And if you keep fucking running players out of town, you're going to watch your players succeed elsewhere. We're already seeing it in a couple of spots across the league. Stop doing that. The kid was emotional. He was frustrated mostly at himself and that the team was losing. And that's a good thing. As fans, that's what you want to hear. You can't blame one piece to an entire team. The kid's in a rough city. He's never been in a city like New York. He's learning, and I believe he's going to grow from this. Cut the young kid a break. Because the same fans that are running their mouths and want to take their personal anger out on a player like Evan Neal because you're not happy with your own life, guess what? You ran Ingram out of town. How's he looking? I believe he leads the league for tight ends in yak. Don't keep making these mistakes. Stick with the foundation. Let these kids grow together. Let them learn from this horrible season so far. They will grow from it, trust me. And let the regime keep drafting and adding players in the next year or two. This is a process. It's going to take a few years. The Giants are not going to the Super Bowl this year. They never was. And anybody in July and August who thought they were, you got to get your head examined. Get off Neil's case. Let the young team develop. I'm tired of watching our players develop elsewhere. Stop listening to the media. They're manipulating you. Don't be a sheep. This is a Miz in a midday.